Hello everybody, Dr. Timothy Elizondo here. Welcome to week number 3, and just wanted to check in to see how everyone is doing and also makes a few brief announcements, I guess, before we begin. Uh, in that there has to be a modification in the way that we're using the textbooks this semester because I am receiving all kinds of emails from both near and afar that these particular books, I guess, are now collector's editions and that people are having difficulty obtaining these particular textbooks. So as a result, moving forward, the quizzes are going to, and any type of those types of tests are going to be reflected from the textbooks that have been placed online as the free resources. There's currently 3 free resources that we have, 2 of which are by a gentleman by the name of W. Russ Wayne. One is an overview-ish kind of book about philosophy, very similar to this smaller one. It's written in his own voice, and it's with his own analysis about kind of a general overview of some of the philosophical issues that we're concerned with in this course. And the second book online is an anthology of essays from canonical philosophers of the past, very similar to this giant book that accompanies this one. The other book that's online is a book called The Philosophy of the Matrix. It's from a philosophy of pop culture book series that I'm a huge fan of that I think can also be very helpful for you to complete these exam essays that are lurking in the horizon. So these books are still going to be very helpful for you in completing the exams, and I also think with just kind of like tackling the assignments. So if you have these particular books, you can use them. I'm just going to be drawing quiz material and test material from the online material just due to the lack of availability from the books. Sorry about that. All right. So at this point now, you've probably had an opportunity to kind of interact with each other, kind of have an opportunity to look at the textbook, understand kind of maybe like why you're here, maybe kind of orient yourself to particular goals that you may or may not have. And ultimately, I think the purpose of this particular class, from my perspective, is really to assist students in developing a set of skills that they can use either in this particular major or just along their educational trajectory. I understand the majority of the students in here are not philosophy majors. There are a handful of students that are definitely interested in this particular course content and want to continue further. That's awesome. And so this particular course really places a heavy emphasis on outlining. And why is that? Because I think that outlining philosophical material in preparation for an inner or a collegiate level essay it's just a really important, I think it's just an awesome practice to develop a whole wide range of student skills, whether it be organization, whether it be creativity, whether it be evidence-based, whether it be have to interpret evidence and information. And so I really highly encourage students to start thinking about outlines and thinking about the exam prompts as soon as possible and to use all their opportunities and other assignments to try to find connections between the assignments and ways that they can answer the exam prompts. For example, this recent discussion about reason. There were several students that are making really awesome connections to the particular readings. I think those are outstanding. And I would just encourage the class to go one step further and also look for those connections, but also maybe make a note or on paper or in an outline somewhere that there's a connection between that particular question and maybe how you're answering it and what you can bring into the exam. In that context, I am preparing a video series that is going to be called Tim Tries to Write a Philosophy Outline in 15 minutes a day. I anticipate that the pilot episode will be up later tonight, in which I choose one of the exam prompts. It's the one about the cancellation of philosophy, and I'm trying to just write the outline and just talk a student or a viewer through my process of how I would go about constructing that. Because again, right, the object of the game is to write outlines so that we can hand them to a philosophy instructor who then gives us feedback and says, oh, you gotta work on this, or this looks really good. And then if we get double thumbs up, we get to choose what our exam is going to be about, which prompt. Or if we don't, then it's just going to be randomly assigned. Right? This approach that I'm going to be using throughout the video series is an approach that has really helped me throughout my academic career. It was something that I learned really kind of as a beginning debater in junior college, and didn't really apply seriously until kind of later on in my upper division coursework. But once I applied it and just kind of utilized it, it really helped me deal with procrastination. I saw my GPA go up, and eventually it just led me to develop an approach to writing that carried me all through a dissertation. So it's super helpful in a wide range of classes. All right, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. I hope all is well. I look forward to seeing how your work evolves as the course progresses, and yeah, see you guys later. All right.